Hey everyone, today I'll be walking you through how to make a transition like this one using VuWall2's new transition features. It shouldn't take us any longer than just a few minutes, so let's get started. This is our new transition editor window. On the right is a list of transitions that have been saved in the past, and on the left is the transition timeline. All transitions begin with a single window. We can add effects to the window by right-clicking and selecting the type of effect that we want. The transition we saw earlier was made up of 3 windows and 3 effects: position, rotation, and opacity. First, let's double-click at the time we want for our keyframe. Once the keyframe is added, we click on it again to see its properties. At the beginning, we want the window to be in the upper left corner, so we drag the rectangle there and double-click to snap it to the grid. Next, we want the window to fade in, so at 0 seconds we'll make the window completely transparent. Now we decide how long the fade in and slide should take. In our case, let's make it 2 seconds. At 2 seconds, we'll add 2 more keyframes for position and opacity. We'll be sliding to the upper right corner and want the window to be completely visible. Now we want the window to rotate for 1 second. So we'll add keyframes for position and opacity and set them to hold their previous value so they don't move while the window is rotating. Let's add our last keyframes, going back to where we started over the next 2 seconds. That's one window finished, so now we'll right-click and copy that window and its effect for our other 2 windows. We'll click on the first position keyframe and move it to the middle right. We can then jump to the next keyframe in the track by clicking the next button and moving it to the middle left. The third keyframe can stay as hold previous value. And finally, the last keyframe can go back to the middle right. Finally, we'll do the same thing for the last window, but this time for the bottom left, bottom right, and back to bottom left. Now we can save this transition. The number in the square brackets is a reminder of how many input windows will be affected by this transition. Let's close the editor and open the 3 inputs we'll need for our transition. Now we switch to the Transition tab and can either double-click to run the transition once, or right-click and select Loop Transition to have the transition continue indefinitely. We can get more complex and create a layout that has the windows needed for a specific transition, then create a script that will close all the windows, open that layout, and run the transition all with the click of a button. But that's a topic for another video. Thank you for watching, and feel free to contact us at sales@vuwall.com or visit us online at vuwall.com.